What's up, guys? This is Tom again. Glenn is still out of town in Venezuela. It is Monday, June 24th. Don McCauley came in town for a couple of days. It's always good to have Don around. Real nice change up from Glenn. Both of them offer a lot to us in terms of our training, so it's good to have different opinions every now and then. Venezuela, from what I've heard, was a very successful trip for everybody. James, in his first international competition, he snatched 137, clean and jerked 160 for a 10th place finish at his first senior international competition, which is awesome. A year ago, nobody knew who he was, and now he's in Venezuela with USA on his chest, so that's real great. And then Travis yesterday took the bronze medal with I believe he snatched 149, clean and jerked 187, so 336 total for, I believe he was bronze in the clean and jerk and bronze in the total, so that is awesome to hear. Looking forward to them coming back and talking to all of them. Today we started back on our grind for nationals. We're doing complexes, the deadlift plus the snatch. Complexes, I love complexes. I like the volume that we get to do with complexes. It's pretty much just keeping that bar in your hands a little longer than you normally would when you're doing the lift. As you can see here, you come all the way up with it, stand up, and then go back down, pretty much following the same movement pattern that you did coming up. And you either like kiss the weight off the ground, or you just slightly tap it or let it hover above the ground before you go. I think Caleb actually pauses up above the ground before he goes through. So for some people this is really good, helps them chart their bar path a little better. You see Tim here rocking the man tank. I think he looks much better in a man tank than a t-shirt. Just my personal opinion. I think the beard and the hair make that. But yeah, this is one of those drills where some people are really good at it and other people it points out a lot of their weaknesses. So it's good to do these kinds of things and change things up. It's also good to have all these different people in here doing these complexes, because somebody does a big lift in there, you want to do something to beat them. Matt and Tim. Tim actually did the complexes today, or on this day, but Matt did not. He was getting ready for a meet. He's got one last chance to qualify for nationals, so he's going down to Nashville, sorry. And I believe Tim decided on Wednesday he was going to go down. So he did these complexes with us on Monday, and then cut everything back Tuesday through the rest of the week. So hopefully they can get their numbers that they need to hit, and we can bring a nice full team to nationals. But as you see here, Tim stands up really fast off the ground with it. It was really goofy the first couple times I saw him do it, but he's a very quick guy in general, so it's not shocking. Here's my chubby little self. I'm not particularly a fan of these drills personally. I don't like them, but they work real well, so I do them. And we have Becca. Becca had a really good day doing these complexes. She moves really well. Like me, she does not use straps during these. She doesn't need lifting straps when you have fingers. It's my personal opinion. Some of these guys use the straps, so it's personal preference. Me, it's really a stupid thing. I don't know what it is. I feel like I can't sweep the bar as well with straps in my hand as opposed to just using my hook grip. So I try to use my straps as little as possible and just hook grip everything. And you can see on that one, I think it was that one or the one before, I tend to get a little carried away, and I'll rush coming back up off the floor. I'm not patient enough bringing the bar all the way back into me. So sometimes I got a real bad issue in terms of being patient and sweeping all the way through, and then I'll end up missing the lift. Sometimes I can pull it back in and save it, but 9 times out of 10 I do not. Mike is actually really good at this complex. I don't know why there's so many clips of me. This is not what you want to be looking at. You want to see somebody pretty like Trevor or Mike doing this. Oh, Caleb is good at this drill too. Caleb is freaking, I don't know what his deal is, but you put more reps on an exercise, like whether it's his down sets or complexes or whatever, and he just is so much more violent with his hips. I don't know if it's, just like a little bit of a sense of urgency or something, but, the guy gets after it a little more when you put more reps. Not saying he doesn't get after it when we do singles, but it's just his bar path is so much more, I don't know, it's cleaner when we add more reps into, or when we do a complex, or we do like doubles or triples or whatever. And there's Mike with the most efficient pull in the world. I mean, it's easy to be efficient. There's a good shot at Don's back. Look at those lats. Nice lat upper back development there on Don McCauley. But I mean, for Mike, it's easy to be that efficient with your snatch when you're only 5 feet tall. So again, here's another one of me. What in the world? Oh, I know it. So Trevor did really good at this. I had a little bit of trouble at first. I was missing lifts. And Trevor went out and made 135, tried 40 a couple times and kept missing it. And me being, you know, the sneaky individual I can be at times, I didn't wait, but I was behind him enough that I put on 136 after he was done and made it. And then he tried going back up to 140, making that, and he couldn't. I think he tried 137 too and didn't make it. So I take the win whenever I can. And there's Tim. After this, we all dropped down and did some doubles. It's kind of challenging actually trying to do doubles after doing these complexes because, you know, the doubles we just did straight from the floor, so sometimes it takes a little time getting used to that movement pattern. Again, I know that sounds dumb, but it's just, you know, you're used to standing up with it, lowering it, then making the lift, and here it's just, you know, grip and rip right from the floor. And Trevor might be one of like the stronger guys here in terms of, like, you know, just his lifts in general. He's got a really strong upper back. He can just like pull the lift. He doesn't catch it all the way down the hole, just goes through, pulls it, and can pull it into him. And then we got Ryan on the other hand, who's one of the taller guys on the team, but he gets lower than anybody I think in the hole. We were doing blocks on Wednesday, and when that video gets posted, you guys will see. But like he gets so like far down in the hole when he catches that like the weights will hit the blocks when he's trying to stand up with it, and like he'll like bounce off the block platforms. It was aggravating for him, but it was kind of funny for the rest of us to watch him do that because I've never seen that before. And you got Tim, he's just very quick through his hips. He's got big hamstrings, so just real quick right through his hips. And sometimes though he's a little like tentative about sitting all the way down in the hole. He kind of fights it on the way down. Just look how low that guy gets. I guarantee you, if we asked him to, he could probably go down in the squat and, you know, touch his butt to the ground. And then you got Matt here just working on some I don't know if he's doing down sets or just trying to work on some cues or whatever that Don was telling him. Like I said before, Don is a little bit different in Glenn with his coaching, is where Glenn tries to let you, you know, work it out for yourself. He'll give you, you know, things to fix here and there, but he wants to see if you can figure it out, what you're doing wrong, or if you can feel the positions that you're doing, or feel the positions that you're trying to hit, and see if you can make the correction on your own. And he'll, like I said, along the way he'll give you tips. He doesn't just sit there and let you struggle for rep after rep after rep, but Don is like in your face constantly, yelling different things to you and talking to you and trying to, you know, tap you, hit you, whatever he does. He's got those little like touch cues where he'll hit your knee or your shoulder or your chest as you're coming through. And it's just different coaching styles, and it's good to have that change of pace every once in a while for us especially. You know, like I said, Don's a little bit of a fine tuner, where Glenn, you know, is a phenomenal programmer. So the combination of the two of them works really well for us. You see it. I didn't realize Matt has a sweet V-neck on. That's awesome. Matt's got to get that front foot out. I know Glenn's been on him a lot lately about getting that front foot out in the jerk and dropping under it a little more, but you know, he's improving every week, so it's not really something to get crazy about. You know, a little improvement here and there is a good thing. And there's Becca. She gets under jerks really well, but she's got the same issue. She sometimes doesn't get her foot out all the way. And then you have me with probably the most perfect jerk you can do in weightlifting. I mean, this is textbook right here. You know, no bend in that back leg at all. Catch it on bent arms. Rely on your arms to push it up off your chest instead of using your hips. I mean, it's just textbook right there. So please, I'm kidding. Please do not do that. Follow anybody else on the team except me. I'm working on it, but my jerk is awful. It feels awful when I do it too. Becca, she just moves very well. Like all these weights, I know they probably were difficult for her, but every one of these that she did, like they did not look that difficult at all. Now you see Becca, sometimes she gets in tendency when it gets heavier, she relies on her arms to kind of push the weight up a little bit instead of relying on her hips and her legs to drive that thing up. I can't tell from that angle, but it was probably a little bit better getting that foot out. I don't remember what I did on this complex. I think I did like 180. I think Caleb did like 185. Caleb beat me in this exercise, I know that for a fact. I went out to dinner after this. I went to a Brazilian steakhouse for my sister-in-law's birthday, so I was a little cramped for time, so I just got as high as I can go, and Caleb probably cherry-picked the timing so he would wait for me to finish, and then he would go and just do like 1 more kilo than I did. I don't know if that's on here or not, but I'm almost positive Caleb beat me. And there you got Trevor. The kid's got a good clean. He's got a great like snatch. You know, he's got to work on that jerk. Once he gets that jerk solid, you know, he'll be really competitive on the national and eventually the international level. So yeah, we got everything's, you know, just everybody's got little things here and there they got to work on. So it'll be interesting to see how the next couple of weeks go leading up to nationals, especially. Yeah, just the group in general. It's a great group to have. We have our two of our other teammates, Dean Cruz and Morgan King. They should be here soon, I think next week or the week after. So we'll have 2 more people to add to the training environment. It'll be good for Becca to have a girl on the team. It'll be another guy to throw in the mix with the rest of us so we can train and push each other a little bit more. Just have that one extra person to push us when we're not having the greatest day. It's always good to have just people around in terms of, you know, pushing and little crap talking here and there. It's always good to have. Obviously, you don't want to sit there and be malicious with each other, but it's good to have just somebody there to push you and motivate you to do something that you really wouldn't do on your own if you were training by yourself or with like one other person. Yeah, see, that was a great jerk. That was a homage to Glenn Penley. That's how he jerked when he competed. If you have not seen the video of Glenn doing a clean and jerk back in like 2000, you need to look up that video. It's gold, I tell you. His snatches are awesome, but his clean and jerks are just pure gold. Yeah, towards the end of the workout, everybody was getting a little bit tired. You know, this is probably some of the most volume we've done since everybody's been here. You know, a lot of these guys got here, they started getting ready for that meet at Summer Strong right away, so the volume wasn't crazy. We weren't doing a lot of down sets and everything. So by the time, you know, we got to the end of this workout, everybody was starting to get a little bit tired, trying just to push for just those little extra kilos here and there, because, you know, it'll make a difference in the long run. So we're trying to get all that work in now. I have no idea what this is. What is this? This is 80, I think. Yeah, this is 80. I was actually shocked I made this because before I did this drill, I think like 70, 75 was the best I could do. Like I said, I'm not very good at this drill. I have a really bad habit of not getting my knees out. Oh, that was a great jerk. I think I was just happy that I actually got that on the first try. I didn't have to do it again. Here's some better form. Here's Becca. Much better jerk. And Tim's another one. Tim's got a really solid overhead position, both in the snatch and the clean, or like the jerk. He can, you know, there's just like very little to no movement at all, no matter what the weight is. So, you know, just his overhead position is just very good. And just like with the snatch, after this, everybody dropped down. We did some doubles. I think 3 sets of doubles on here per Glenn Penley. You can see Caleb just watching on. He's probably all excited about beating me. No, I have no idea. Caleb was a fast worker. He's one of those guys where when he's in the corner by himself, you know, he gets through his sets super quick. Like, there's just, you know, you look over at him and he's like warming up just like you are, and then you look over like 10 minutes later and he's almost done with like his snatch exercises or doing his down sets on snatches, getting ready for a clean and jerk. Like, it's incredible how fast he works. But, you know, he gets his work in, so, you know, whatever works for that individual. So that was it. All the fun with the complexes and the volume. It was a good training day. Obviously, a lot of people were either pushing PRs or close to PRs and whatnot. We're excited for James and Travis to come back. Say we can, you know, congratulate them on a job well done. They represented Team MDUSA and USA proudly, and we'll look forward to having Glenn back. So until next time, guys, take care.